What's up, guys? So it looks like Atom Miner finally ran its course. So let's talk about it. My name is Jay, and this is the Zombillionaire Club. Alright, so before we get started, let me just remind you all, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not your financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. Always do your own research, your own due diligence. Always invest only what you can and are willing to lose, and invest at your own risk. So yeah, let's check it out because I'm a bit bummed out about this one because, as we saw from previous video that I posted, these guys had been, like, you know what, like, they were fixing things. They were adapting. They were, some of the numbers didn't really make sense back then. They fixed them. So they were trying to be proactive on this whole thing and making sure that everything was running correctly. All we had to do is come in here and keep reinvesting. Yesterday when I came in, I saw the contract down to like 880 something, and I was like, well, it's going downhill. So although I did withdraw yesterday, I didn't put anything back in there then because I'm like, well, the way that it looks like this whole thing is going, it's just gonna go. Unfortunately, I mean, I really like this one. I mean, it's gave us 7x instead of the 3x that everybody's going to. It was giving us 15%, not the 5% that is showing over here. I don't know why. That's the one thing that they never really fixed over here, but that should have been 15 instead of 5%. Um, I was not complaining about it. um, but yeah, guys, I mean, as we can see, 802 BUSD. My last video, I did say, well, if we went down to about 7,000 or something like that, because back then we were almost to 14,000. I'm like, if it was to drop down to 7,000, then I'd be worried. When I withdrew 4 days ago, it went down to about 8,000 something. Well, not 8,000, yeah, duh, yeah, 8,000. And I was like, oh crap, this is going down. I was not really seeing any more depositing happening or anything like that, or any more growth. And then yesterday it came in and it was 880 something. So yeah, I guess it's about to run its course, which really sucks because it was a pretty fun platform, that allowed us to withdraw every 3 days instead of every 6 days as well. It did the 50% withdrawal. The only thing that this was missing, and it probably would have helped it run longer term, is whenever withdrawing, if it was 50% withdrawable and the other 50% reinvested automatically. I did mention that on my first video that I did on this. That's the only thing that I wish these guys would have done, because then it basically forces us to reinvest into the platform. Um, but it is what it is. Um, I kind of been MIA for the last little while. As I mentioned on some previous videos, I do have other jobs. I have my main job, which I'm a marketing manager, and then I've got a photography business on the side, and I just been slam trying to get done with a lot of things so that I can start focusing on some other new things. At the same time, let me show you guys. I really haven't seen anything worth talking about for this last while. I've been going over here through um, the Monarch.app just to see if there's any new I mean, we're seeing this, right? I mean, there's 6 new platforms that are going to come out within the next 3 days. This is in 3 days. It's in one day, one day, one day, 3 days, one day. I mean, we keep getting new platforms. Nothing seems to last. If we scroll down, you'll see this portion is just a sea of red. So, I mean, that's just telling us that everything is basically going down. So I haven't seen it I don't see it worth my time to waste your guys' time with platforms that are just not going anywhere. Um, so I just kind of been focusing on my jobs, trying to get those done, while I'm waiting on these other two platforms. There's one platform that actually it's been out for 3 years. I'm just trying to learn it myself so that when I bring it to you guys, I can talk about it and I can be more of an expert on the whole thing. I mean, I'm never gonna be a full-on expert, but I'm trying to educate myself as much as I can before I bring it out to you guys. Like I said, I just want to find things that are gonna be a little more long term and just keep bringing you things that are only lasting about 2 weeks or so. I don't know, like especially looking at these options, that we have. The good ones, we're already part of it. You can see my list of platforms in my Telegram channel that I'm in. The ones that have actually lasted longer over here, I'm already part of, and I've already talked about it. We continue to make some money on those. Uh, but other than that, I really don't see many platforms in here that I'm like, ooh, I've got to join that one. So I'm just gonna waiting until I see one that really pops up, and then if it's worth the time, then I'll start talking about it and I'll bring it to you guys. In the meantime, like I said, I want to bring you guys platforms that have either proven themselves, like this one that I'm talking about that's been out now for about 3 years. It's generating billions a year. So it's something that's sustainable. It's something that's going to continue to be sustainable, and it's going to be here for longer term. It's going to be a completely different new type of platform than what we're used to with these things, and it will require a little bit of work. It's not just about putting money. You can, that is an option, but again, once I know more about it and educate myself more about it, I'll bring it to you guys. The other one, well, right now they're in beta testing with a small group. They all, since they started testing it, there's already been over $1 million worth of tether that was deposited into the account. They're just making sure all the kinks are fixed and ready before they open it up to the public. That one's going to be a form of arbitrage, but what I like about it is that there's been a lot of hype about it for a long time, and it's how do I put it? People that were part of the COTPS community, and I mean, we were all hurt by COTPS. We're hoping that still comes back, but a big group of them decided to do their own platform for the people that's going to be more sustainable for the longer term. And since then, they've just been planning it. They've been implementing the testing, and they've been doing testing. Um, they want to make sure everything is being done correctly. The community is ginormous. They're waiting, like we're all patiently waiting actually for this to launch, because this is going to be what I've been calling, like our golden egg. Or at least that's how I feel. I mean, it's not going to be like any arbitrage system that's only lasts like a week, a month. We're hoping, this is going to be lasting for a long, long term. And the way that they're planning on doing it, I do see this going like for months. I mean, at least 6 months. At least that's my hope for on that. But again, as soon as I hear that it's open, because right now I don't want to hype it all up. I don't want to talk to you guys about it, since we're not like even able to register, little as like fund the accounts yet. Um, but once that happens, you better believe I will be bringing it to you guys, because I've been waiting for that one for about month and a half. Um, they're almost ready. And man, it's going to be an exciting one. So, anyways, as soon as I hear more on that it's ready to go, I will bring it to you guys, as well as the other one once I kind of learn more about it, because there's a lot of moving pieces on the other one. So I want to make sure that I know what I'm talking about when I start making the video for you guys. So until then, um, I'm just gonna kind of sit quiet, and a lot of these miners, I just don't see any of these really going anywhere, especially after seeing that sea of red on this color. I mean, there's very few that are doing something. So it is what it is. I mean, it sucks. That's why we always say invest only what you can and are willing to lose. Sucks about Atom Miner because I really had high hopes for that one to last at least a bit longer. But as we've seen with some of the other platforms, people don't want to reinvest. Um, I mean, we're supposed to keep the momentum going. Once the momentum dies and we see the contract starts, just like not slowly going down, but actually dropping, well, again, like what's the point of reinvesting at that point when we see that everybody's just wanting to get out? So, anyways, that's basically my spill for this video. If I see anything new, I will make another video. If not, I'll probably wait until I hear more on those two new platforms, and then we'll go from there. So I hope you guys have an amazing week. It's Monday, so happy Monday, and I'll talk to you guys on the next one. See you guys.